The brighter side, 65 body facts you had to watch twice to believe. I don't think I'm gonna watch it twice, and I think I'm gonna believe it because I'm smart, delicious.
So, have you ever wondered how many atoms there are in your body? And why do your veins look blue instead of red?
I know why.
Well, let's poke around the human
I know
body
the
and
right
see what's
spot.
going on. Goosebumps are an evolutionary reflex left over from our ancestors.
I knew that.
The release of adrenaline made their hair stand up, and they look scarier to approaching predators. The beating sound your heart makes is the clap of valve leaflets opening and closing.
That is.
Your heart doesn't replicate its cells unless you have an injury.
I knew that
Your
was the
corneas
vortex.
are the only parts of your body that don't get blood. They get oxygen directly through the air. The human brain has 100 billion neurons, give or take. The vessels in your body are long enough to circle the Earth twice or more.
Allegedly.
The idea that we use only 10% of our brains is a myth. At any given time, you use almost 100%. When ancient Romans flexed their
I don't think that's
biceps,
true.
they thought their muscles looked like
I think
mice.
there's spots we
That's
didn't
why
like.
the word muscle translates as
Because
little
otherwise, I
mouths
would
in
use have
Latin.
superpowers.
Your left lung is smaller than the
Lungs.
right one because it shares space with your heart. Experts used to think that we can only distinguish 10,000 smells. In fact, a recent study found human beings can recognize 1 trillion smells.
Thought I could do all of them.
More than 70% of your brain consists of water.
Oh, I can.
There are around 700 different species of bacteria in your mouth. Over 6 billion of them live there. Skin is your largest organ. It can cover the surface area of 2 bath towels. For every pound of fat you gain, you generate 1 mile of new blood vessels. Your stomach produces a new lining every 6 days. The membranes, blood vessels, and muscles surrounding your brain have pain receptors, but your brain doesn't. That's why you don't get brain aches. Teeth are considered part of your skeleton, but they don't count as bone. Nerve cells
they do.
transmit 1,000 nerve impulses a second. They travel at 1 to 268 miles per hour. Our DNA contains 100,000 viruses. If you type 60 words per minute for 8 hours a day, it would take you 50 years to type the human genome. The biggest molecule in the human body is the chromosome 1. A human cell has 23 chromosome pairs, and each chromosome 1 is made of 10 billion atoms. You inhale 25 sextillion molecules in just one
I heard
breath.
sextillion.
That's 25 followed by 21 zeros, if you're keeping score. You have a leaf-shaped flap at the top of your larynx, which shuts every time you swallow to prevent food getting into your lungs. The tongue has flavor zones is a myth. All taste
thought
buds
that?
can detect 5 tastes, but some receptors are more responsive than others. The enamel of our teeth is the hardest substance in the human body. 96% of it consists of minerals. Humans get only 2 sets of teeth across their whole lifetime, but crocodiles replace their teeth more than 45 times. Nose gets runnier when you have the flu because it produces excess mucus to get rid of microbes invading your
I
body.
thought it was Chipotle.
Your sense of smell is the only one
That'd
that
be
goes
tasty.
directly to the part of the brain that controls your emotions and memories. The bumps on your tongue aren't taste
so I gotta
buds.
write those on
They're
movies or
mushroom-shaped bulbs. Each of them has up to 5
Oh,
taste
bulbs.
buds with 100 taste receptor cells each. Your pancreas contains taste receptor cells that allow it to detect not only sugar, but artificial sweeteners too. It uses the taste data to balance out hormones. The most abundant element in the human body is oxygen at 65%, but it also contains
That's not what we're
lithium,
supposed to really
cobalt,
breathe, for
gold,
real.
and uranium. The rarest one
We
of
would live
all
longer
is
and some
radium, to give you that
It's supposed to
glow,
be
I
hydrogen or
assume.
something.
You swallow 600 times a day, once every minute when you're awake,
So you
and around
don't
3
skip.
times per hour while sleeping. Human beings are the only animals that willingly delay sleep. So put your phone away.
But I'm
The average
reacting to
person
the
has
videos.
10,000 taste buds. But as they get
What you
older,
doing?
some taste cells are not replaced. An older person may have just
look how I
5,000
look.
working buds.
In the shower.
You have 5 million hair follicles on your body, and only 100,000 of them are on your head. Hair grows half an inch every month. So a 70-year-old person that never got a haircut would have hair as long as a telephone pole. Your eyes get their color from a pigment called melanin. Brown-eyed people have more melanin than those with green eyes. Which reminds
Melanated
me,
most
people with blue eyes have completely colorless eye tissue. They get their color the same way water and the sky get their shades of blue. The average lifespan of one eyebrow hair is 4 months. The body of a 110-pound person contains 40 tablespoons of salt. Less than 1% of the population is born with their hearts on the right side of the chest instead of the left. You blink 15 to 20 times per minute, and your eyes have the fastest muscle group in your entire body. But when staring at a computer screen, your blink rate goes down to 5 times a minute. The blood in your body travels 4 miles per hour, and it reaches your brain in just a few seconds. You have around 3 million sweat glands in your body. Many of them are on the soles of your feet and on your palms, forehead, armpits, and cheeks. If you walked 2 miles per hour, you'd have to walk for 20 hours straight to lose 1 pound. If you walk 2 miles per hour non-stop, it would take you 518 days and 8 hours to circle the equator. Earwax isn't actually wax. It contains fat, skin cells, sweat, and dirt. Aren't you glad you asked? Embryos develop fingerprints at 3 months. Sunburn is the result of radiation exposure. When your body's natural defense mechanism gets overwhelmed trying to fight UV rays, a toxic reaction occurs that results in sunburn. You get red eyes in photos because when the camera flash goes off, your pupils don't have enough time to constrict. The earliest known person to have had blue eyes lived in the Stone Age 7,000 years ago. Contrary to popular belief, contact lenses can't get lost behind your eyes. Your teeth begin to form before you're born, but don't come out until you're 6 to 12 months old. Left-handed people usually prefer to chew on the left side. And right-handed people? Well, duh, they chew on the other side. Even if your fingerprints are damaged, they'll grow back in the same unique pattern. There's a name for the growling sound my stomach makes when I'm hungry. It's called borborygmus. Veins are blue because light has to go through layers of skin and fat to reach them. Your skin scatters a lot of the red portion of white light before it reflects the blood. This leaves only the blue light to bounce back to your eyes. A person who has amnosia is unable to detect smells, but phantosmia is when a person smells an odor that isn't actually there. Your fingernails grow twice as fast as your toenails. The outer layer of your skin is thicker on your feet than other parts of your body.
I believe it.
The heart has its own electrical system and can continue beating even when it's disconnected from the body.
Not connected. It's
We won't go into how that can happen, but trust me.
Because it's a vortex.
When breathing, a
Not
single
connected the same
lung
way.
only uses 5% of the oxygen
like a
you've
battery.
inhaled. Your right kidney is probably smaller and sits lower down than your left kidney to make room for your lover.
If I ever get rid of the kidney, my right kidney.
A 150-pound person's body is made up of 7 ontillion atoms. How many zeros? Anyone? Bueller? Yep, 27. It takes 6 to 8 hours for food to travel through your stomach and small intestine. That's because your body is trying to absorb all its nutrients. Food doesn't need gravity to get to your stomach. Your muscles constrict and relax to push it down. Kind of like a boa constrictor.
That's the end of the video.